Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be building a town hall for Willow Creek. Um, Recently I kind of got the urge to build like a save file or begin to build a save file. And I was originally going to do it with like CC and stuff, but I think I'm going to make this first save file that I do a no CC save file just because I've never actually like sat down and like made a save file before. I've never committed to making like something this, I guess, like big. I usually only just like make like standalone type houses, and so I never do um like save files. So I decided I wanted to do a save file, and so I decided to start with the town hall because it's like, I guess, the central part of town, and it kind of gives me an idea of like what type of sims I'm going to make. And just like, I don't know, I kind of just wanted to start with non-residential buildings because I recently got into kind of like a non-residential building kick because I've been posting and like making videos for maybe like, I don't know, a couple months now on like YouTube and TikTok, and I noticed I never ever make like a let me move the mic. I never like make a non-residential build. Like I never make like I barely make a store. I think the first time I ever like actually sat down and made a store was when Businesses and Hobbies came out, and I made like this little like plaza for Nordhaven. And so I was like, oh, like I never build anything that isn't like a house, and that's kind of like, how am I supposed to build a save file if I don't have any non-residential buildings? So I was like, let me sit down and build a town hall, see if I can. And I actually got inspo from a picture on Pinterest. It doesn't end up looking like too similar, to be honest, because it was like a pretty big building, and the like back of the building was like modern as well, like a gray modern extension, but it looked different to this one. It was actually like the older part of the building and the newer part were like, I think both like 3 or 2 stories, and I think the actual building was like, I think it was like a 3-story building. um but it kind of, I kind of took inspo from it, like especially the front area. I will say I did take inspo, um because it's actually like a really like popular or common like architectural design for like county or like federal or like state buildings, like that kind of like covered like high, I don't know, I wouldn't call it like a porch, but maybe like that high kind of like entrance area. um and then for the back I just decided to do like a pretty like modern type gray extension. And that actually ties into the lore of the town hall, because for my save file, or like for um how I'm gonna eventually use this save file, there actually is lore connected to this building. There's lore connected to the extension. Um because I do actually want to end up doing like let's plays, because I saw, I believe their name on YouTube is Ocean Sims. Um Ocean. Uh they do like rotational gameplays where they'll play with like like a different family every video, and it like rotates. Um and I thought that's like a really cool like method of doing let's plays, and so I kind of want to do that too with a save file. But I need to like build the save file first. And so yeah, I started with the town hall building, and there's gonna be like a mayor, there's gonna be a judge, there's gonna be like the manager slash record keeper, there's gonna be like assistants, a mailroom technician, possibly a janitor, possibly a legal assistant. I don't know. I have to think. I have to like really like plan out like who's gonna be what. I wish there was like a way that we could do companies. I really wish that they would add that one day. I think if one day we get hotels, I think that would be like a good gameplay feature to kind of build upon like the club system we already have and kind of make like from the like existing code, or because I don't know about code, I'm not like a code savvy person, but from that, if they could kind of turn the club stuff into like being able to also make like a company, I think that would be cool. And you could have like a company that the game recognizes as like an actual job, and so your Sims will go to that job, and like you could decide if you want to go or just send them. And then you could like set wages and salaries, and you could set like there could be like an employee tier, so like you could have like a boss or like two bosses or three bosses, and then you could have like a secondary tier that's like managers, and then like the third tier, which could be like, all other types of employees, like assistants, regular employees. I wish they would add that, because I think I'm gonna have to do like, not like, this isn't actually gonna be like their real job. It's gonna be more of like, I'm gonna have to make a clubhouse that's like town hall um employee, like town hall employees, or something, or town hall group. um and so it's not gonna actually like work like a job. It's gonna have to be a club, but I wish they would add that one day. And what else? So um I I'm trying to think of like what else. Oh, so I can talk about the mayor. So the mayor, and I'll probably add like a picture of the mayor. So I'm thinking that the mayor um is, oh, her name is Clarice Howard. And she's divorced. Uh but she's engaged, or recently engaged, to her boyfriend, George Robbins. Um and she has one child. She has a child from her previous marriage. And I'm thinking that she's probably like, personality wise, I think she's like a very like, she's very nosy. Like she always, like, she wants to be in everyone's business, but I think she's someone who really finds importance in people liking her. So she's someone that like, just like, like if someone were to be like, oh, so and so doesn't like you, she'd be like, why? Like what? And she'd try to figure out like why this certain person doesn't like her. So, and I think that kind of could make for like a good mayor, because maybe that's someone that's like super involved with like community, and is very like involved in what people like, maybe like takes the opinions of what others in her town, like their opinions, she takes them seriously. Is what I'm thinking. um but I so I made her, and then there's also going to be a judge. I haven't made the judge yet. um so I was thinking of making it like a guy. um but I don't know. I'm not like, I don't know. I was thinking of making it like a guy who maybe like never got married or something, or I don't know, something like that. But he comes from like a rich family. The mayor comes from like, I would say like a middle class family, like nothing too like crazy. Just like a regular, regular background, regular upbringing. Went to like college, stuff like that. Worked in like, um maybe I could be like, maybe she was like previously a lawyer, or maybe she worked in like a government type job, or maybe she was like a salary person. I don't know. But yeah, like regular backstory. And so I'm thinking the judge is gonna be from like pretty rich family. And so I'm thinking of either making him young, and this is like his first real like judge job. So this is like his first ever, like, his first ever like position as a judge. So he got like elected and stuff, because you elect, well, and I guess like generally you elect judges, I'm pretty sure. Um so he got elected, or I'm gonna make this like an older judge who kind of retired from like big, like maybe like he was like formally like a federal judge, but now he's kind of just like laid back. He's like, he wants like a more laid back judge position in Willow Creek, in like this small town. And so I'm thinking, because this is gonna be like I'm thinking this is like a small claims court, because you'll see I don't actually show me ever making like the um courtroom because I did it off camera and then I was just like, you know what, I'm too lazy to like redo it again on camera. Um, it's like really small. I didn't have any space to add like they're not called pews. Oh, I guess like benches. I don't know what they're called, but like in court there's like these long benches. Um, or well usually like chairs, something like that. But they're in like rows and I didn't have enough space to do that, so I just ended up putting them like on the side. So it looks really funny. It doesn't look like an actual courtroom, but I'm assuming because this town in my mind is like small, um, you know, it's appropriate enough. Um, but yeah, so I'm thinking this court is like a small claims court or just like, where they deal with like traffic tickets and I don't know, marriages and stuff like that. Um, and like for anything like bigger, they would realistically go to like a county court or something or district court. But anyways, so I'm thinking either a young guy and this is his first time being a judge or an older guy and he's decided to just do this like small judge like take on this small judge role. Um but I'm thinking he comes from a wealthy family and they have beef with the mayor because I was thinking I could make like a like a storyline where like both of these families are kind of like old and maybe when Willow Creek was, I guess, maybe going through like a redevelopment era, like maybe like Willow Creek was like formerly like a really small town, and then like investors came in and were like, you know what, this would be a great place to have like, like this is a great place to make a town, to have a thriving economy, like we could add a bunch of stores and stuff. Um, so they wanted to like develop the town. I was thinking maybe the mayor's family or her like ancestor was going to this like potential meeting to get investors um for their like idea or whatever and like make like a business contract with these investors, but the judge's family or the judge's ancestor came along and prevented them from, I don't know, like maybe like popped his tire from like his like the first car ever. Um Actually I don't know if the first car ever like had like tires like that. But anyways, like somehow prevented him from being able to go to this business meeting and now and then like uh by preventing him from going to the business meeting, the judge's ancestor was able to get the contract and that led to them like becoming like really rich because they basically own a lot of businesses now. And so I was thinking of having the judge be like the cousin or maybe the brother of like a rich tycoon type of guy. Um and I was thinking of like kind of modeling the character after Doug Dimmadome. I, and so that's what I'm thinking. And I'll put a picture of Doug Dimmadome. I'm pretty sure he's from Fairly Odd Parents. Um, but he's like Doug Dimmadome of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. He like owns like uh, I think the Dimmadome is like a stadium. I can't remember. I haven't watched Fairly Odd Parents in a long time. But I was thinking of like that. He's like a short guy. He's like rich. I think he wears like a white suit and like a cowboy hat. And so I'm thinking I could model the character after Doug Dimmadome. Um, and there's also gonna be so like moving on from like the mayor. Oh, and the mayor, um, well, like tying into like what other like scandals are happening in this town hall because town hall is pretty scandalous. There's like the HR department or the HR person is not doing their job. Like there's like a bunch of stuff going on. The mayor is being not investigated, but there's like rumors which might lead to an investigation and it might put her re-election in jeopardy of like corruption because they were supposed to get a pretty expansive like remodeling of the town hall. So like there was like this proposal and it was like we're going to remodel this whole town hall, we're going to add an extension Everything's gonna be like, this is gonna be a state-of-the-art town hall. It's gonna put all those other town halls in the surrounding towns to shame. Like, this is going to be the town hall. And so, like, everyone voted on it. It passed. It was gonna be like a lot of money, obviously, going into like a very like uh big construction project, renovation project. And then yeah, they ended up just getting this renovation and extension, and it's basically like 3 rooms and a renovated courtroom, uh, a renovated upstairs bathroom, and I think like the judge got a new office. So it is pretty mediocre. It's like okay, it's like a like obviously like things were done, but the towns or like the people in the town are like, where'd the rest of the money go? Like, this is weird. This is not like for all the money that was supposed to be spent, this does not look like it cost that. Like, something's going on here, something's fishy, someone stole something, maybe. Like, we don't know. And so there's like rumors of like the mayor, like maybe the mayor pocketed some of the money for her upcoming wedding to George Robbins. Like, people don't know. Or maybe someone stole, like, that's like the stuff that's being said around town. And so the mayor's like kind of hearing some of this. She's starting to like hear some of this and she's like, "What? Like, I can't believe this. Like, I would never." And so it's really bothering her because obviously she's someone that likes to be liked. And so now that people are like doubting her, she's just like, this is so weird. Like, I don't, like, I didn't steal no any money. And I did, well, you'll see it in the second part. In her office, I did put a bag of money. Um, but I either might take it out or uh I'll like maybe it's like donations or something, I don't know. Um but it does look like it adds to the like mayor being corrupt kind of storyline. But I don't I kind of don't want her to be the one that took the money because that's too like predictable. I want it to be like something else, but I haven't really thought about like who took the money yet. I haven't like developed the storyline further. So I don't know. But I'll probably take out that, and you'll see it in the second video, like second part of this building. But yeah, I'll ignore the like bag of money in the mayor's office. Um, but so yeah, like that's the rumors going around. There's also other rumors of like scandalous workplace affairs. Like people have been seeing some shady stuff. So I was going to make like the legal assistant, so the judge's assistant, the paralegal, have a affair with the janitor or like the handyman. Technically he's like a handyman for the town hall. He's like in charge of like repairing everything. Um and they like um well, I don't know where they escaped to, but they basically have like an affair. Probably in the storage closet or something like that. And someone actually suggested on TikTok, I think I have their name was Bonnie on TikTok. And they left a comment saying, I vote for flat roof for secret romance. Um, and there is a flat roof in here, but I didn't add like a way to access it. But you could add like one of those windows from high school year that opened, and that could be like the flat roof for the romance. They also said, um, I imagine a bunch of kid balls and stuff being stuck up there, and I did do that. I think like while I was doing the outside, you kind of see me place like balls on the roof, and I thought that was like a really like cute detail, so I did add that. So thank you to Bonnie, um, whose name is Bonnie Bier on TikTok. Thank you for that. I'm shouting you out because you had like really good ideas for how to like expand and add to the storyline of this build. So thank you again. Um, but yeah, so we have like the secret romance, we have the beef between the mayor and the judge, um, we have the rumored misallocation of funds and corruption and stuff like that. And we also have, I'm assuming, so there's like this newer addition, this newer office that I'm actually doing right now is going to be like where they do like Um, maybe like newer processing stuff, like maybe if you apply for like a marriage license or want to pay like a ticket or something like that, you would come to this new like reception office area. And in the one that's on the other side of the building, because there is another one, I think that's where like more of the historical record and archive stuff is. And then just like general reception, like if you want to ask like where something is. So I imagine in the other side, we have some lovely ladies who've been working there for like 30, 40 years. So they've been there for a while. And then on this side, we have like just like newer, younger manager and assistant types. And so I'm assuming this office in the other, well, I'm gonna say this department in the other department probably have like beef because the ladies who have been working here for like 30 years have been doing things, and then like these new kids come in, well, to them like these new kids come in and want to change the way things are run, and they want to change the way they've been doing things for like 20, 30 years, and they're like, well, we've been doing this long and everything's fine, we don't need you to come in here and start changing things up. um and these new people are like, well, you have to change with the times. Like, technology is advancing and there are ways to make things more efficient. So why not implement them? It is, it probably saves time, saves money. And so there's like beef between this newer generation of employees and the older generation of employees. Um, and, they just like probably fight. And there's like a lot of tension. Um, and then, like there's also like a break room where I imagine like a lot of rumors also start and are like passed around. A new break room because that was also part of the extension. Um, and then there's also like a mailroom upstairs, but I don't know if I'm gonna have like a mailroom technician because I can't remember how many people are actually allowed in like clubs. I don't know if it's like the regular 8 like households. But I might like look for a mod that's like office that has like an office type gameplay feature. Someone said there was, but I have to look for it. But yeah, I wish they like would add that one day because I know they're gonna add, like, I think fairies is like the new leak, and like I like that. I think that's fun. That sounds fun. I hope it's like a game pack. If it's not like an expansion pack, at least hopefully it's like a game pack because we haven't had that in a long time. But I don't really play with occults that much. I've played with like spellcasters. I like playing with spellcasters and like maybe vampires here and there, but I never really play with like aliens or like the merfolk or werewolves. Um and so like I don't know how much I'll play with like fairies. I wish they would add like I wish they would expand some of the features that we have so they could add more realistic um gameplay. Like I said, like I really wish we could have like companies. I thought with businesses and hobbies we'd have like the ability to create companies, but I mean it's small business focus, so it, like obviously you can't really create like this big business. But yeah, I wish they'd do that one day. Um and yeah, I think that's basically it for most of the build. The second part is gonna be, I'm not gonna like do a voiceover because doing voiceovers, I'm like out of breath for some reason. I don't know, and it's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm constantly like saying and because I don't have like a script, so I'm just going off the top of my head on what to say. And so the second part of this build, which is gonna be like I think the like historical archive section, and then storage room, and then the whole top floor minus the courtroom, but you'll see a bit of the courtroom because I do the judge's office. Is going to be in the second part, which is going to be, I think I'll make it like an ASMR video because I haven't done one of those in a long time, so you'll just hear like the clicking and clacking of the game. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. Um, and in the next like builds I probably do, they'll probably be like, I'll probably do like some regular like standalone type builds, but I'll probably start doing some builds related to like the actual save file. So maybe like we could do like the mayor's house. But I might start doing some for this specific save file, like off camera, just to get it like rolling. So this is gonna be no CC, and I think I'm also gonna try. I made the mayor, and she does have CC, but I think I'm gonna try to see if I can make Sims with no CC, so this can be like a completely CC free like save file. Um, but yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Um, if you want to watch the second part of the video, it'll probably be up a couple hours after this video goes up, or maybe the next day. And that'll just be like a simple ASMR video. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.